Alright guys, what is up? And today I'm going to do sort of a little talking video or slight review, whatever you want to call it. And today is the day I finally talk about my opinion on pendulum monsters. The cards that make the game or break the game, and a lot of people think they're going to break the game. They think they're so broken, they're so stupid. But my opinion is, that's how it was whenever Synchros and Xyz first came out. Everybody's like, oh, these cards are so broken, they're so overpowered, I'm quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because of them. Well, pendulums aren't actually as broken as you think. Because, of course, you do have the potential to spam the field with just average cards. Like right now, I'm wanting to build a Gate Guardian Pendulum deck after watching Josh Koopman Yu-Gi-Oh's video on his Gate Guardian Pendulum deck, and I was like, dude, double Draco Sack in one turn, that looks pretty cool. And everybody's like, see, pendulums are broken, they're so stupid. But I honestly think it's a really cool concept. Of course, I'm still learning how they work somewhat. Like, I'm still learning what you do to get them out of the extra deck. But the book kind of explains it in a little Space Time Showdown starter deck, which I did purchase the other day, so just kind of give you guys a quick rundown of what the deck comes with. Of course, you get the 40 card deck, 2 power packs where you're guaranteed 2 ultra rares, so I'll show it a little bit. Of course, a starter guide, a beginner's guide, which this will actually help for experienced players because it kind of explains pendulums really well. It just doesn't explain like, oh, can they be destroyed by MST in the pendulum zone, because that's where they're spell cards. I technically think you can, but I'm still learning how this works. And then you get a map, which I will unfold for you guys really quick. Okay, so this is what the new map looks like. Of course, it has all the phases marked for beginners. Monster, spell and trap zones. Then your 2 pendulum zones, the blue and the red one. The thing that really bugs me is how they have part of the deck zone, graveyard, field zone, extra deck, the 4 corner zones are cut off. Like, I feel like they should have made it a little bit bigger just for like obsessive compulsive people, because of course your cards aren't going to fit. It's just like, oh, focus on the pendulum zones, that's it, just for the beginner's map. But the cool thing is, I actually saw on Konami's website they're going to release like a deluxe edition of this, where it's going to be set up like one of the sealed play battle kits, where you get, of course, the original Space Time Showdown starter deck, with the 2 power-up packs, and then you get an extra power-up pack and a rubber version of that mat, which I do want to purchase at some point, because I want to get 3 copies of this deck, and one of which is going to be that. And which is a quick rundown of the deck. You, of course, get your 2 starting pendulum monsters, Stargazer Magician and Time Gazer Magician, which originally in the OCG were Magician of Chronomancy and Astromancy, which they're pretty cool. I think the way pendulum monsters are set up is like confusing at first, but still really neat. Of course, now the first edition is at the bottom, whereas on a normal card it would be up under the picture. This is one handy zombie world right there. But of course it's going to be down there because of course the pendulum effect is there, so pretty cool. And then of course that's where your pendulum scale's at. The effect as a monster, each turn the first cards in your pendulum zone that would be destroyed by opponent's card effect is not destroyed, so it's just a little more protection. So that's all Stargazer Magician and Time Gazer Magician are, it's just protection and pendulums. Of course they earn super rare rather than being ultra rare, because, you know, it's a starter deck, and usually the cover cards of the starter deck or structure deck are ultra. But instead the ultras you get out of the power-up packs, which is slightly disappointing. I'll get to that in a little bit. But then the pendulum effect is pretty cool. It says, you must control no monsters to activate this card. The pendulum monster you control attacks or is attacked. Your opponent cannot activate trap cards until the end of the damage step, unless you have... And then the second one is, unless you have a Magician card or an Odd Eyes card in your other pendulum zone, his pendulum skill becomes 4, which both of these are Magician cards, so it's pretty neat. And next is Stargazer Magician. Pretty weird card. Of course, this one has 5 stars, but for some reason he has the lower pendulum skill actually. Just kind of looking at it still. Pendulum monster control. Basically, his effect is the same as Time Gazer, except for it's for spell cards. But let me go ahead and get something really quick. Alright, I just had to check something really quick, but the rest of the deck is just kind of standard cards. There's nothing really good in there. Of course, you get a few vanillas: Whitetail, Lesser Dragon, Hunter Dragon, I think that's new. Cool Millennium Shield reprint. Was kind of random, but cool. Of course, I wish it would have been the original art if it had McDonald's promo. And then Dark Blade, Digrapher, Musical Elf. And then just a few newer cards like Aether, the Empowering Dragon, then Tra, the Empowered Warrior, Arnis, Empowered Warrior, Terra Tiger the Empowered Warrior, Hydro Tortoise the Empowered Warrior, and something cool that they added is he's a flip effect, but they actually have flip put next to the monster type. On target 1 set spell or trap your opponent controls, destroy it, so it's just another man-eater bug, but for spells and traps. And then Golden Dragon Summoner, he's a new card, looks kind of cool as effect. Tribute 1 monster and target 1 monster on the field, turn it to the hand, you can only use Golden Dragon Summoner once per turn, so he's just another compulse. Blue Dragon Summoner, pretty neat. If you start from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Dragon Warrior Spellcaster type normal monster from your deck to your hand, so like just search out your vanillas. Red Sparrow Summoner. The White Tiger Summoner, he's my favorite because you know, Power Rangers fan, White Tiger, White Ranger. The Green Turtle Summoner. Then a field spell, Sorcerer Spell Wall. But this one's kind of weird. This is the one card that I really liked out of this deck, and I think is really just amazing and just it's ridiculous. This came out. One of my friends, he built a 6-ham deck using 3 Reckless Greeds, 3 Supply Squads, and 3 Upstarts. Supply Squad is a continuous spell, and it says once per turn if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, draw 1 card. So draw 3 cards off of this 1 turn, so Reckless Greed skipping draw phases isn't really a problem, but still really, really good card. A lot of people are hyped up about out of this deck besides the pendulums. And there's some random cards, Lightning Vortex, MST is always a staple, Ego Boost, Axe of Despair, Lucky Iron Axe is kind of random, Monster Incarnation is alright, Dark Factory, Poison the Old Man again, kind of random, Trap Hole, better if it was bottomless, because nobody really plays Trap Hole anymore. Sakuretsu, Raigeki Breaks, alright, Death Tornado, Shadow Spell, a Hero Emerges, kind of random, Soul Resurrection, I don't think I've seen this one before, it looks like a spirit card just the way the background's set up. Activate this card by targeting 1 normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it in decent defense, so it's just call upon it. And then Jar Greed. So it's an alright deck. Most of it's just beginner stuff. The only thing really that you could actually use competitively is, of course, Raigeki Break. And of course the Supply Squad just for ridiculous draw power. And then out of the power packs, you're guaranteed 2 Ultra Rares. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Or Odd Eyes Dragon, my bad. This is the one that nobody's really going to use. All he does is, when it destroys a monster, you inflict damage equal to half the destroyed monster's attack. He's 2,500, just kind of a beater. And then the other Ultra Rare, which I thought was kind of nice, was Dark Claw. I just wish they had a little more variety, like in the Zexal Super Starter V for Victory, where they had the power-up packs. They had 4 possible Super Rares you could get. Like, it was Sword Revealing Light, Magic Cylinder, Mirror, MST, and Mirror Force. This one you only get 2 guaranteed ultras. I thought was kind of disappointing. I wish they'd give it a little more variety. And then just the stuff I bought at the pack: 7 Tools, Magic Jammer, DD Warrior Lady, Call the Haunted, Amazon Sage, Karaz the Light Monarch, which is kind of cool. Every Scrub's favorite card, A-Forces, Sacred Crane, Swords. Mostly just staples to help power up the deck since they didn't really put a lot in that main deck. But yeah, overall I think this deck is a really nice purchase. It was about $12. I imagine the one with the mat is going to be a little more, maybe about 15, something like that. I know it's probably going to be, I have a strong feeling it's not going to be 20, because usually the $20 sets they have a bunch of packs and stuff. This one only has 1 extra pack and then of course the mat, so it's not going to be, probably going to be around $15. And of course I'm going to purchase one of those and do an opening video for you guys once I do, or at least try to. But pendulums, I think they're pretty cool. Everybody's just really mad about them right now. They're saying, oh, pendulums are broken, I'm quitting Yu-Gi-Oh because pendulums will ruin all my decks. Just give it some time, and once everybody catches on to how pendulums work, I feel like they're not going to be as hated as much as they are right now. But yeah, I think pendulums are going to make some really fun decks. I know a lot of people are doing pendulum decks and that are bringing back a lot of old school monsters, like I said. I'm going to do a Gate Guardian Pendulum deck, and then one of my other friends, he's doing a Pendulum deck with the Battle Guards, like Lava and Swamp Battle Guard, which I think is really cool. I like the Gate Guardian Pendulum deck that I'm building right now, because it's just a lot of draw power, a little bit of protection, like Battle Fader and stuff like that. And then you just Pendulum summon your Gate Guardian pieces, and you can go into rank 7, it's like really easy. Mainly Big Eye, Draco Sack, Master Blades, Gaia Dragon. But it's still a really cool concept. I think it's kind of neat how I combine monster cards and spell cards. Of course, there's going to be a couple more coming out in the next set. I forget what it's called, but Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, of course, is the one I'm going to try and go for. I'm going to need 3 of those for my Gate Guardian Pendulum deck, and I'll be putting that in my next trade binder video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little kind of review of the Space Time Showdown Super Starter Deck set thing. And just me kind of talking about pendulums, saying I think they're pretty cool. I'm not going to be one of the people that says I hate pendulums, so pendulums ruin the game, all that stuff. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.